Okay, we had to reset. It was too hot for the GoPro. It was too hot for me. We needed some shade, so we got the pop-up tent set up on top. Got all our tools together. The hand crank that was too hot to touch, still very hot. It's going to go in this bucket of water, and it will be cool when it comes back time to mess with it. So I'm going to put you back on time lapse, but what I'm going to do is I'll pull these wires tight, tape them up down to the point where they're going to be connected. I'm going to cut the main power and connect it to this fuel pump line here, and I'm going to tape the rest of the lines up and have it so whenever I want to convert this back to dual tanks, if I want to, it'll just be a matter of reconnecting the wires. It'll be right here, easy to find. It's just going to be 2 connections. Alright, time for time lapse. Much cleaner now. Fuel tank selectors tied up and it's sealed off, so if I want to add that back later I can. That's in the factory location, factory wire and loom all the way back. The other tank, I taped it back right here to where the power comes for all of the fuel system, and tried to fix part of that loom back. So electrical for tanks is complete. For when we get the tank back, the new tank. For when we get the new tank here. Thinking about putting the door panel back on and then this back panel back in, just so they're out of my way. Maybe should have tested that wiring thoughts before I just up and done that. Okay, turn it on. It's on? Okay. You hear the fuel pump. I hope you can hear the fuel pump. Okay, cut it off. Should check my wiring beforehand, but I was right, so I'm happy with that. Right, I put the fuel pump in here just a minute ago, and I realized the ground has to bolt on. So this gray wire, and I think it was brown on the other side, those must be your fuel level float sensor wires. I was getting ready to put the door crank back on, and I figured a lot of people probably didn't know about this because they probably never had a door that had cranks on it. But the door crank comes off. I showed how to pull the clip off. It's normally in the door like this, and you take a pick, just pull it off, and then it'll slide right off. But to put it back on, you don't put the handle on and then try to put the clip back in. You put the clip in first, outside the truck. And just be very careful not to lose the clip. Talking to a camera, Gardner. Nope. Oh, I just told them not to drop the clip.
There you go.
So, what I was telling them, since you wasn't here, was that when I took this off, right, I pulled it out this way. But when you put it back in the door, you can't get it back on. So you put it on first.
Yeah.
Okay, it should look something like that. When you push it on, it will snap back and lock itself on. Gardner, come here, I'll let you do it. But you got to think too, it's wherever it's going to be.
I don't know how to do it though.
When you put it on, if your door is cranked all the way up, window's cranked all the way up, typically want your handle pointing down. That way when you're bouncing down the road, it doesn't try to open or close your window. Let's see if we can turn it. So, well, I done it for you, didn't I? It's on.
Well,
So, it's in the somewhat down position when the window's all the way up. I like to put it that way because if you've got it part of the way up, right, and you're going down the road and if your arm or something other hits it, it'll shut the window right now when it's on the low side. If I mounted it right now and it was up here, your window, right, or over here, your window would always be trying to open. This way, it's trying to shut. Gravity.
just want me to pull it out.
The reveal. That look like the right thing?